Welcome to ASVAB Bootcamp's overview of the ASVAB exam, and congratulations on taking your first step towards a career in the military. While I'm now retired, I've found my military career extremely rewarding and something that has enriched my life. In this video, we will discuss who, what, and why people take the ASVAB, the different various formats of the ASVAB, the subjects you'll be tested over, and how to interpret your test results. And finally, we will answer a few frequently asked questions. After the video, feel free to visit our website, asvabbootcamp.com, to view additional free information about the ASVAB exam, or take a look at our online video preparation courses and practice tests to help prepare you for test day success. If you are preparing for the ASVAB, you're not alone. Every year, almost 2 million people take the test. This includes high school students, those planning on enlisting in the military, and even those already in the military who are trying to qualify for retraining. Joining the military has become increasingly competitive. Last year, 73% of recruits scored above average on the math and verbal sections of the test. Your score on the ASVAB is extremely important. Not only does it determine your ability to join the military, but it can affect your career path once in the military and your eligibility for enlistment benefits. But don't worry too much. With the proper preparation, you should be able to increase your ASVAB scores and achieve your goals. There are 4 different versions of the ASVAB test: the student version, the enlistment version, the enlistment screening test, and the Armed Forces classification test. The student ASVAB is a paper and pencil format of the ASVAB, generally given to high school juniors and seniors. Results of this version of the test can be used for military enlistment purposes, and also are used by high school guidance counselors to recommend career paths based on student strengths identified by the test results. The enlistment version of the ASVAB is given through a military recruiter for the sole purpose of enlistment qualifications. This version is generally given in a computerized format. The enlistment screening test is a short version of the ASVAB that is not a qualification test. Instead, it's used to estimate an applicant's probability of achieving a qualifying score on the full-length test. The Armed Forces classification test is another version of the ASVAB given to people already in the military. Once in the military, if you decide to retrain for a different job, you may have to retake the ASVAB to qualify for the retraining. The computerized format or paper and pencil format of the ASVAB both measure the same abilities, and statistically people score identically. But there are some differences to be aware of. The computerized version of the test is adaptive. In other words, the first question asked will be of medium difficulty. If you answer it correctly, you are next given a more difficult question. And if you answer it incorrectly, your next question will be less difficult. The paper and pencil version asks the same set of questions regardless of your performance on previously answered questions. Regardless of the format of the test you take, each question is not worth the same amount of points. Therefore, when taking a practice test, realize the practice test questions will only reflect areas you need to familiarize yourself with, not your likely score. The ASVAB is an aptitude test. This means it intends to measure your potential for training. The test takes about 3 hours to complete, including 45 minutes spent in administering the test. The test covers 9 subtests, or subjects. General science, which covers general concepts from life, earth, and physical sciences. Arithmetic reasoning, which contains word problems that involve basic math problems that could come up in everyday life. Word knowledge, which assesses your ability to correctly identify the synonym or anonym of a word. Paragraph comprehension, which requires you to answer questions based on several paragraphs that you read. Math knowledge, which tests your knowledge of high school math, including algebra and geometry. electronics information, which covers electronic principles, terminology, and basic electronic circuitry, mechanical comprehension, which assesses your knowledge of basic mechanical and physical principles, auto and shop information, which covers automobiles, tools, and shop terminology, assembling objects, which measures your ability to perceive an object's spatial orientation and is only included on the computerized format of the test. Only 4 of these 9 ASVAB subtests counts towards your Armed Forces Qualification Test, or AFQT, which determines your eligibility to enlist in all of the branches of the military. These 4 subsets are arithmetic reasoning, math knowledge, word knowledge, and paragraph comprehension. Your raw AFQT score is calculated by using the formula below, which is then converted into a percentile score. This percentile score is the score you normally hear people mention. So when you hear someone say, "I got a 65 on the ASVAB," they are referring to scoring in the 65th percentile on the AFQT. Your AFQT percentile score places you in one of the 5 categories shown below. Generally speaking, a candidate must score in Category 3 or above to be able to enlist in the military. But keep in mind that each branch of the military has different score requirements, and these requirements may differ based on a variety of factors. For instance, you will likely need a higher score if you have a GED and not a high school diploma. Since everyone viewing this has their own unique situation, we recommend speaking with your recruiter about what minimum AFQT score you need, or visit our website, ASVABbootcamp.com, to view links to helpful tools and additional free resources. While the AFQT portion of the test determines your eligibility to enlist, the other sections can affect what job you get once you are in the military. The military spends a great deal of money training recruits to become specialists in various certain fields, but before they do, they want to determine your ability to be trained in certain underlying skills, which are represented in the various subtests of the ASVAB. To further determine what fields you may be interested in pursuing and the corresponding subtests of the ASVAB, speak with your recruiter or view links to helpful tools and additional free resources on our website, ASVABbootcamp.com. So now that you have a better understanding of what the ASVAB entails, you probably want to know the best way to prepare for the test. While there are many ways to prepare for the test, we recommend the following strategy. Determine your goals and what those goals require. Take a preliminary practice test before you start studying. Study areas you performed poorly on, starting with the area of greatest need for improvement. This way you make your biggest improvements first. You can do this by purchasing the interactive video preparation courses and practice tests on ASVABbootcamp.com, purchasing a test preparation book, or seeking tutoring from teachers or your peers. Take practice questions as you study the material. This will not only ensure that you learn the material, it will also give a helpful review. And finally, prepare for test day. You want to arrive confident, well-rested, and at your best. Lastly, we'd like to answer a few frequently asked questions. Should you guess if you don't know the answer? Yes. If you don't answer the questions, you are guaranteed to receive 0 points. If you guess, you at least have a 1 in 4 chance of getting the question right. How much does the ASVAB cost to take? The ASVAB is free, regardless of the version you take. If I take the ASVAB, do I have to join the military? No. Taking the ASVAB does not commit you to joining the military. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. We hope it provided a helpful and informative overview of the ASVAB. For more information on our interactive video preparation courses and practice test questions, please visit our website, ASVABbootcamp.com.